Hey, this is James from JM Pro Consulting, and today I have the privilege of interviewing Richie Powell from Dent Group of VA. Now, he is a local business owner here in Northern Virginia and has a what I would consider a thriving business. Over the last few years, really grown it, and also has an expanded location. I'll give him a chance to talk about that more here in a few minutes. But first off, thanks, Richie, for joining me here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And, just to get right to it, Richie, do you mind just kind of explaining a little bit about your business, maybe about your story and whatever you'd like to say about your business?
Okay, absolutely. I've been in the industry for 21 years now. I'm currently with the company for 18 years, and just had a vision and just wanted to do something for our family and do things a little different. So I decided to start Dent Group of VA January 1 of 2019. So, as crazy as it is, brand new business at the time. We had a newborn baby born 3 months later. First year was great, but, it's pretty much a new startup business. And then the second year in business, the pandemic hit. So we made it through that, and here we are on our third year, and we're definitely on the upswing. So that's basically our story. We're only 3 years in, but once again, 21 years in the industry.
That's awesome, Richie. And so for folks who don't really know what you do, I'm sure a lot of people have seen your videos, kind of do know your story, but for those who don't know, can you kind of explain what it is your company does?
Absolutely. Well, our main focus is our community, customers, and coworker. That's our unique business model that we've developed. I call it the C3 system: community, customer, and coworker. So, but we specialize in paintless dent removal, which is referred to as PDR. I say it's a fairly new industry. From what I understand, maybe 26, 28 years old. I'm sure there's some guys doing it maybe a little earlier than that. But it's a new industry, and, in my shoes, body shops have been around for, a couple hundred years. So we specialize in paintless dent removal, which means we remove dents from your vehicle without having to paint your vehicle. It's an alternative to a body shop. You keep the factory finish on your vehicle. In my experience in 21 years, we used to fix minor door dings, hail damage, but these days with the new technology and tools coming out, we can fix some pretty large damage and save the customer a lot of time and money.
That's awesome, Richie. And Richie is kind of humble, but to be honest, I've come in here and seen, Ferraris. I've seen every type of car you can imagine, and it's just awesome to see a company like this who has the ability to do that, to do those repairs, and treat the customers and community right, like he talks about. So, do you mind saying kind of what is it that you love about this business?
I think what I love most about this business now is obviously I get to work with my family and friends. Some of our coworkers, were my friends in the past, and have brought them on and trained them and get to work with them every day, get to work with my family. But on the repair side, I think what I love the most is a lot of people, customers, don't know what we do still. So when we can take a repair that they've never seen before, a deer hit the side of their car, and typically, they have to take it to a body shop and call their insurance, and they could come here, and sometimes we can repair that in one day. So we take an unfortunate situation and we try to, turn it into a 5-star experience and basically just get the wow factor from the customer. That's what I think I love the most, as well as to continue to work on cars. I grew up around cars, so, we're still get to work on cars every day and be around cars and, help the local community and help customers, save some time and money.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, Richie, you mentioned the wow factor. And the first thing that I kind of noticed when I walk in here, we're actually in his waiting room here in Chantilly. And you may not be able to see the whole thing, but it's just beautiful. It's immaculate. It's perfectly clean. It's not the typical impression you get of your typical auto shop. And can you kind of describe like what your expectation is, or what your how you like this first impression to go?
Absolutely. Well, that falls back to the C3 system. It's you have a community, customer, coworker. Well, without the community, you don't have a customer. Without the customer, you don't need coworkers. So I focus on the community and customer first, and this is part of the customer experience. Once again, it's an unfortunate situation when customers call me. I mean, it's their car's damaged. They don't like to make that phone call. So when they come in from the phone call to walking into our showroom to the repair and delivery of the vehicle, I want them to be comfortable as they can be. So we set this up like a waiting room, and I don't settle for less. And that's why we offer our guarantee. We offer 100% satisfaction guarantee on the overall experience, not just the repair. If the customer is happy with the repair but is not happy with the experience here, from a phone call to whatever the issue is, they do not pay. It is that simple. So for us to be able to give that guarantee, we need to follow through with the experience from the phone call to the delivery. And part of the waiting room in this shop is part of the experience.
That's awesome, and yeah, you can't see the waiting room behind us, but it's got a beautiful view. Not only that, but it's got the couches. I mean, I could sit down here and kind of take a nap, which is probably what people have done before.
They have.
So, as far as the last year has been really rough for a lot of people, and it's been rough on people, on businesses, on local communities, but you've actually kind of grown and been successful and even expanded to another location. Can you kind of talk about what has helped you do that, or I don't know, what are the things that really contribute to your business growth, I guess?
Yeah, from the beginning, what contributed to our business growth is, I had a unique business model that I speak of, and that's fine. We had an edge and I had a vision, but you need to be able to get that vision out there. So we met James here from JM Pro Consultant, and I mean, he's done great for us since first year in business. We started using James in September, so from January to September is basically just referrals because I had to start over in the social media market. September till date, and you got to remember last year during the pandemic, I mean, for a couple months we didn't do much work at all. People were didn't come out of the house. But we just hit our 100 5-star review. So, what's that, 2.5 years? No, I mean 2 years technically, So, we found James from day one to get the word out. Then the pandemic hit, and, it was new to everybody. I mean, I've talked to some people who've been in business for a long time, and that's something that they face that, they've never dealt with. There's no manual on it. I mean, everything changed last year. So what we did was we adapted and we changed. I mean, we followed the rules. We're CDC compliant. I put some videos out. I mean, we adapted and changed, and that helped us. And to this day, it's helped us. A lot of people raised their prices to compensate. We actually lowered our prices to help our community and help our customers. I know financially a lot of people were impacted, but they still wanted to get their vehicles repaired. So we help them out any way we can. We offer, military discounts and first responder discounts, and we have coupons and specials running and holiday specials. So, whatever we could do to help the community and help our clients, our customers, our accounts to continue to sell cars is what we did, and that is what helped us make it through. So,
that's awesome.
And you mentioned the other location. So what we've decided to do is my son's worked with me technically since he's 9 years old, in the summers, of course. Right out of high school, he came on, we trained him, and he was a 2-year tech, but skill-wise, very, very far ahead of a 2-year tech. We moved him down to the Outer Banks last October, and January 1 of this year, we opened up Dent Group of OBX LLC, and he's down there managing it and running it along with me. So the business model we've developed here, we're able to do that. We're able to do that. So basically, we took this business model here, and now we have it down the Outer Banks, and we have our elite mobile service there.
That's awesome. I mean, it's such a great story and kind of an inspiration to other businesses out there. And you kind of talked about this a little bit, but can you talk a little bit more about what makes your business different than others?
Yes. I would say what makes us different is, the customer experience. A a lot of businesses, focus on the product or repair or the service, which is great, which is fine. You have to. But, we focus on the customer first. Study your customer, study your area, learn your community, give back to the community. Because once again, your community is your customers. Without the customers, you don't need coworkers. So you focus on your community and customers first, and, you'll have work, and just, don't look at it as, hey, we can do the best repair, which, I feel we do, but, look at it as we can treat our customers the best. So that's our edge, and that's what makes us different, and that's what we've done here, and that's what we continue to do. We study the repairs, we keep up to date with all the technology and tools and training, but just as much time we focus on that, I focus on the community and our customers and making them comfortable and making our coworkers comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our C3 system we've developed.
Yeah, and again, Richie mentions the repair, and it's funny, he talks about it casually, but to be honest, folks, he's repairing Ferraris. He's repairing other cars that they come in looking like a mess and go out looking basically brand new as far as the dent piece goes. So make no mistake about it, the 100 stars, 100 5-star reviews are because the repair process is amazing, but it also comes back to that customer experience too. And you kind of mentioned this community piece. I noticed some things in the waiting room here as far as some cookies and coffee. And can you kind of go over that as far as what people might experience as they come in here?
Absolutely. So what we've done here from day one, once again, we made it comfortable, a living room atmosphere. We always provide coffee and snacks. We have an espresso machine, different sodas. We have toys for the kids. We even have, sugar-free candy for kids. So we've always done that from day one, but we always like to give back to the community, like I said. So we reached out to a local coffee shop, and they actually freshly brew and package their own K-Cups, loud and roasted. They're located here in Chantilly. Highly recommend. So I approached them, and their coffee is in our shop now. That's all we buy, and it's always complimentary and free to all of our customers, as well as cookies from a local bakery. So that's something we're going to continue to do, and as much as we can give back to the local community, we will, and a local business. These days that's huge. That is huge. I hear it all the time. Stay local. Buy local, because the local community is our focus, and that's what the small businesses are about. So that's just one way that we can help other businesses and stay local and help our community.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Now, kind of looking towards the future, I forget the number, but there's a study out there saying the majority, a huge percentage of small businesses in America are really just solo, individuals, maybe one or two people. And so you've already surpassed that almost from day one, where you have multiple employees. So statistically, you're already beyond that level, and now you've already expanded to another location. So I guess for me and for those watching, what do you see in the future as far as Dent Group of VA? Where would you like to take the company?
Honestly, James, that's kind of it's a tough question. The reason I say that is because it's not my plan to begin with. Whatever God has in store for us, if the door's open, we're going to walk through it. But my vision for this company, I've already hit that vision and plan, which is just to be able to work with my family and give back to the community. But I think we've developed a model that does work. It works here in Northern Virginia. We have a lot of competition in this area, but I feel we have an edge. We are different. Opened up a business in North Carolina, like I spoke about, and it's going well there as well. So as many places as we can help community and help our accounts and local customers and give back, the sky's the limit. And we've developed a model to be able to grow very quick. So it just takes the right personnel and the right people, and we'll get as big as as many doors open, we'll walk through.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate that. And so with a lot of businesses out there that might be struggling, even from the past year, they might not be at the same place. They might be the place where they might be thinking about closing up shop. So, what advice would you give them? Just from your experience, maybe what advice would you give a business like that?
Yeah. First of all, I'm not an expert. I mean, I've been in business on my own for 3 years during a pandemic, which that's been tough enough. But for us, and what we've done, I would say the best advice I could give is, have faith. You're obviously in business for a reason. You've got to where you're at for a reason. So, adapt. I mean, I see a lot of businesses just be complacent. I mean, the whole world changed last year. Adapt, change, find your edge, promote that edge, and push forward and just keep grinding. And I feel you will be successful.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean the fact that looking at some businesses where they couldn't open, they have to adapt. I mean, we could go into lots of different scenarios there, but yeah, that's a great point. Not being comfortable with the status quo, I guess, and not being comfortable with your previous situation. See, I'm sure we could talk all day long about your business and stuff, but what's the best way for people to connect with you? Maybe with learning more about Dent Group and about your company.
Absolutely. We're a location here in Virginia. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Just, come by and grab a cup of free coffee, and we'll take you in the back and show you what we do. I mean, we have no problem doing that. You don't need to come here just because you need something fixed. So you have that option. If you're in the area, stop by. Visit us, see us. You can reach us on the web at dentgroupofva.com or dentgroupofobx.com. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. Basically, on our website has got all that information. So we're a YouTube channel. Whatever works for you. I feel we're on all the platforms, and at the least, drive on by and see us. We're here. Meet the group, meet the family.
Well, thanks so much, Richie, for that. And yeah, folks, if you're in the area, please stop in and see the shop. Grab a cookie and some coffee, and just see what an amazing company this is. So on that note, thanks so much, Richie, for the opportunity here. And I'm sure this is going to be a benefit to others who will see it in the local area and across maybe the country too. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, James. Thank you for everything.